Sorry.
Yeah,
Anyways, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Uh, I'm good, thank you. So, anyways, my name is Saz, and I will be your teacher this afternoon. So,
Okay.
I take it that you're here for the event.
Yeah, right.
So, anyways, before we start, is this your first time to join the event?
No, I
Mm.
have participated this event several times.
Ooh, so how many times have you joined this
Um,
time around?
it's a little bit difficult to count the numbers because it's a lot.
Oh, okay. So, well, I guess how many teachers have you met so far
So
through this event?
you mean this event means U.S. Versus Filipinos?
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Okay. In that case, yeah, I haven't. I have participated in how can I say, maybe over 10 or 15 times.
Mm. I don't think that you were in the event last time I participated
Yeah, right.
because if you were there, I would have remembered you.
Ah,
But that
really?
was yeah, but that
Oh,
was last December.
do you remember all students you had a class? You had a class?
Most of them,
Uh-huh.
not all, but usually there's one thing about a student that actually stays with me. So,
Mm,
oh, I remember you like that.
mm, okay.
All right. So, anyways, for today the event that you're joining in today, the U.S. versus Filipino,
Mm-hmm.
or is it the buff event? I think we have two events today, right?
Pardon?
We have two events
Two
today. The
events?
yeah,
Ah,
U.S.
yeah, right, right.
Right. So I'm not sometimes for example, yesterday I got confused because I thought it was the US versus Filipino
Mm-hmm.
and it turned out that the student was doing the buff event.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, I
all
see.
right. So anyways, have you chosen a topic for us today?
Yeah, I want to discuss the topic all you can eat sushis. Sushi. How it's difficult to
Sushi.
pronounce.
Yeah.
Sushi.
Su-
Sushi.
sushi.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sushi.
sushi. All right. Oh, you can eat sushi. That is a dream come true,
Oh,
actually. I
why?
like sushi.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? Do you like sushi?
Oh no, I don't like sushi. Difficult to pronounce it.
You can do it. We can practice it. All right.
Yeah,
Why don't you like sushi?
uh, because there is something on sushi. I mean, there is something hot or spicy.
Mhm.
I don't like that taste. I like hot
Ah,
food, but I forgot how can I call it. There is a
it's
green
wasabi.
paste. Ah, yeah,
Yeah,
wasabi. Yeah,
wasabi.
yeah, wasabi. Yeah, that one.
I like wasabi. I think
Oh.
it's spicy. It gives you this kick, but it's pretty fresh
Mm.
compared to the spiciness of, let's say, gochujang or gochujang.
Gochujang, yeah, red
Yeah,
paper
gochujang.
paste.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, red pepper paste. There's sweetness to it,
Yeah, right.
but for wasabi, it's just that fresh kick. Yeah, it's like
Uh,
eating toothpaste, spicy
Fresh.
toothpaste.
Yeah, fresh, and it's very, how can I say, stingy? Okay.
Yeah, it stings. It
Stings.
stings a bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
and but if you have a cold, wasabi is very good actually.
But yeah, I can't accustom to that taste. Yeah,
Mhm.
so whenever I eat wasabi, I usually don't eat wasabi. I usually eat sushis. I don't eat wasabi and also rice part. And I only
Ah,
eat, yeah,
the fish part. Then
yeah,
you like
fish part.
sashimi.
Yeah,
Sashimi,
yeah.
not sushi. Yeah, sashimi. Why not the rice part? You don't like the vinegar in the rice?
Oh no, I like rice, but if I eat a lot of rice, then I can get fat. So I like the raw fish part. So
Mhm.
yeah, to eat a
Mm.
lot of raw fish, then yeah, I don't eat rice because every day we can eat rice,
Mhm.
but it is a little bit rare chance to eat sushi.
Mm.
Sushi is quite expensive. So, but anyway, I don't want to eat rice. Yeah, I want to eat expense. I want to eat expensive part. Yeah, raw
Mhm.
fish.
Oh, just the raw fish. Yeah, or sashimi. Okay, so what made you choose this topic for today?
Mm, it's easy to understand. That's why I chose it.
I think it's quite funny. I like this topic.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what is your opinion on the restaurant owner banning the athlete from eating in his restaurant because of the reason the guy eats too much?
Mm. Uh, yeah, I can understand him because um, he he runs his own business,
Mhm.
and if he can make money, then he if there are a lot of customers like that guy
Mhm.
who eats a lot of sushi, then
Mhm.
he would go bankrupt, yeah, in the near future. So, but
Yeah.
yeah,
But.
but it's a policy that this restaurant provides customers
Mhm.
um, all dishes as much as they can. So
Mm.
it's a little bit unfair. It's against their policy.
Mhm.
So I think even though he want to think about his benefit or his profit, but
Mhm.
the owner has to accept that guy.
Mm. Yeah, actually. But the thing about it is, do you do you have this kind of restaurant in your country, all you can eat?
Yeah, we have a lot of buffet restaurant.
Mhm.
Yeah, and yeah, many people yeah go there, and I also used to like to go there, but
Mhm.
nowadays I realized it's not good to eat a lot of food. Um, so I I don't try to go there anymore.
Mm. So, what are some of the rules that you have to follow in your buffet restaurants? Because here in the Philippines, especially here in my city, we also have a lot of buffet restaurants,
Hmm.
but the policy is you have to finish what is on your plate because if you don't, you get charged more. And then
Mm.
another policy that we have to follow is no sharing. Absolutely no sharing.
Mm.
And the third one is that we have to finish with, there's sort of like a time limit because
Yeah.
there are a lot of customers. So it's an hour and a half, I think.
Oh, what's the meaning of no sharing?
No sharing, you cannot share your food with other people on your table.
But they are in the buffet restaurant, so
Mhm.
they already uh, paid for food. So I'm not sure the if the restaurant in the Philippines is a little bit
Mhm.
different from Koreans, but if
Mhm.
we go to a restaurant, then buffet restaurant, then they charged us uh, per each person. So
Mm.
yeah, it doesn't matter we share food with other people because they already pay for their food.
Mm. True. But I think, for example, what for the restaurants here, maybe the owner was thinking that you cannot share your food because I guess the person already paid. So if he wants, or if he wants, or she wants to taste your food, he or she can just go get it, something
Mm.
like that. So those are some rules that we have to follow.
Mm.
And the buffet restaurant that I went to was a Japanese
Mhm.
restaurant,
Mhm.
Tajimaya.
Mm-hmm.
and we just pay maybe around 500 pesos. I think that's around $10,
Mm-hmm.
and you can eat everything you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no sharing, no, you have to finish everything that
Mm.
you get, and also time limit, which I
Yeah.
think
So you
sucks.
mean if you bring some food and you have to eat all of food, if you don't eat that food, then
You
you
get
are
charged.
more.
Do
It's
you think
kind
that's
of
fair?
fine.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
sort of like a fine, because
Mm,
waste not, want not. That
mm,
kind of a thing in the restaurant. They have that policy.
mm.
So, do you think it's fair that a person should get charged more because he or she did not actually eat everything?
Yeah, I think it's fair because if there is no policy, then people try to bring a lot of food, even though even if they can't eat, but they are a little bit how can I say? Uh, I forgot that word. Uh, Greedy. Yeah, I want to say
Greedy.
greedy. Yeah, they
Okay.
so they are greedy to eat
Mhm.
a lot of food. So they
Mhm.
just think they already paid, and even though they eat food as much as they can, the restaurant will not pay them more. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think if there is no that kind of a policy, then many people will leave some food behind. Yeah, them behind.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so. But in your country, do you have that kind of policy?
It depends on it depends on restaurants. Some restaurants have that kind of policy, but most
Mhm.
restaurants don't have that policy. I mean, buffet restaurants. When it comes to
Mm.
buffet restaurants. So, but we
Oh.
also have the same rule. Customers have to finish their meal in a certain amount of time. Um, Most restaurants have time limits
Mhm.
under 2 hours, around 2 hours.
Mm. I think that's more than here, because
Hmm.
in my city it's an hour and a half.
Mm. But I think in most cases we can finish
Mhm.
our meals in 1.5 hours.
Yeah, I think so. But of course, when it's dinner time and you're with your family, you talk a lot. So sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I feel that hour and a half is actually not enough. All right,
Mm-hmm.
so let's go back to the article. The owner said that the athlete actually eats for 5 people,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and that is not normal. I guess the guy eats a lot, right?
Yeah.
But do you think this is the best solution? Banning the guy from his restaurant because he eats a lot, or do you think the owner should have given another solution instead of just this?
Yeah, I think it's better for the owner to make a new policy, like the maximum limit would be under 4 servings, like that, because if uh, they banned someone,
Hmm.
then some other customers don't want to go to that restaurant after
Mhm.
they hear it, so I
Mm.
might be kicked out from that restaurant as well. They might be worried about it. So
Mhm.
even if they have food there, then they might be a little bit afraid to be kicked out. So I don't
Mhm.
think it's a good solution. Maybe they will have uh, how can I say they will have less customers compared
Mhm.
to before, I guess.
I agree with you, but then if there is a limit, then it's not all you can eat anymore, is it?
Yeah, but uh, if people try to eat food, then they can know they will not eat more than 4 servings. But maybe people think it's a little bit. It doesn't have big benefit. Um, they they go to that restaurant. So yeah, it also have the result of yeah, lowering the number of customers.
Yeah, actually. But I was kind of thinking about this the other day, and I was wondering if there was a time limit in
Mhm.
the restaurant.
Mhm.
So I think for me, the best solution would be a shorter
Uh-huh.
time limit.
Oh.
How much
Yeah.
food can a person eat in an hour?
Yeah,
Even an
right.
athlete, right?
Mhm. But in Korea, most restaurants, I mean, most buffet restaurants have a
Hmm.
time limit. So I thought this restaurant also have time limit.
Yeah, me too. But I'm not very sure because I Googled some buffet restaurants in
Mhm.
Europe, and there was no. It didn't
Oh.
indicate whether or not restaurants there had time limit because I was curious, but
Mhm.
I couldn't satisfy my curiosity. Yeah, Google during this time wasn't very good, so I suppose that let's just assume that there is no time limit. I mean, how long would it take a person to eat for five people? For
Mm.
example, a very hungry person.
Yeah. I think
How long
they
does it?
I think,
Mhm.
yeah, that guy would eat five people's food in one
Mhm.
hour, I guess. Yeah, it's
You think so?
possible. Yeah, because I eat really fast. So if I'm really hungry and I can eat five servings, then I can finish it in 1 hour.
How long does it take you to finish your dinner?
It depends on how hungry I am, but if it is,
Let's say very, very hungry because
yeah,
this
then.
guy fasts
Mm,
20 hours like he's on an intermittent diet.
yeah, it depends on food, but when it comes to noodles, eat really fast within 3 minutes. Yeah, it's possible for me.
That's fast. But
Yeah.
did you know that the faster you eat, the more hungry you will feel?
In my case, I don't think so. If
Really?
the amount of food is fixed already, then yeah, if I usually eat a certain amount of food, then e- even if I eat fast, then I feel full.
Whoa. I wish I had your stomach because I find that if I eat quickly,
Uh-huh.
I get hungry really easily. For
Mhm.
example, for lunch today, I had meat and rice, and
Mhm.
I had a boiled egg.
Mhm.
And then it took me around 30, 35 minutes to finish
Mhm.
my lunch because yesterday I ate really quickly,
Mhm.
like 10 minutes
Mhm.
before coming into my shift,
Mhm.
and I was by the time it was like 2 o'clock, I was already hungry.
Mhm. So you ate the same amount of food
Hmm.
yesterday?
Yes,
Oh. Wow.
yesterday, and I usually eat my dinner or my lunch like around 30 minutes or
Mm,
35.
wow. It takes
I'm
really
very.
long.
I know, I know, I know, I know.
Oh.
but at home I have time to chat with the nanny or with my husband.
Uh-huh.
So while I'm chatting, I'm eating. I guess
Mm.
that is a factor, I suppose. But here in Mint, well,
Mhm.
I think it's the same. If I eat quickly, I get hungrier. Like
Mm.
more, I get more hungry, really.
Mm. Mhm.
So I think it's for me. It's important to take my time when
Mm.
eating, and
Mhm.
I can eat a lot too. But
Mhm.
eating for like five people,
Mhm.
uh, when I was pregnant, I could finish one cake all to myself.
Yeah,
But
it's
I was
possible.
pregnant, and
Mhm.
yeah, it's possible. But I think I'm not really sure if I was hungry then, or maybe I just wanted to eat it, and it was very easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, how about you? Do you think it would be easy for you to eat for 5 people?
No, it's impossible. I can eat for 3 people, maybe. It's the maximum, I think. Yeah. And nowadays, I'm getting old, and
Mhm.
I'm getting older and older, and I
It's okay. I'm too.
realized, yeah, I'm realized, yeah, if I eat a lot, then I have a sick stomach. So yeah, I try to eat less nowadays.
What is your normal serving for lunch or dinner? How
Yeah.
much do you eat exactly? Do
Uh,
you eat like just a half cup of rice, or do you measure your food?
um, No, I don't measure my food. I just eat when I feel it's enough. But I usually don't eat much because
Mhm.
I don't want to be fat. When I was young, I was fat. So
Mhm.
after I lost weight, then I don't. I try to not to be fat again. So I always. I think I go. I'm on a diet.
So, what kind of, just curious, what kinds of diets have you done in
Uh,
the past?
Um, when I was a senior, at that time, I ate traditional Chinese medicine. So it lost my appetite, and
Ah.
I also took a walk with my
Mhm.
boyfriend every day.
Mhm.
Before I didn't exercise. I didn't exercise
Mhm.
at all. But anyway, during that period, I took Chinese traditional Chinese medicine, and yeah,
Mhm.
um, took a walk every day, and it made me yeah slim a little bit.
So that was the most effective, and that was the only diet
Oh,
you have
and
actually.
no, I tried a lot of diets.
Mhm.
And I tried to eat only apples for 3 days. Yeah,
Mm.
and I forgot the name of the diet.
Mhm.
And yeah, there are several food I have to eat. In the morning, I have to eat a certain fruit. I forgot the name in English. And
Mhm.
one slice of bread and black coffee. And in the for lunch, I ate uh, boiled eggs. Yeah, those things. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's kind of diet. So yeah.
Whoa, it's a like Atkins low carb diet.
It's a similar, but I don't know the exact name of it
Mhm.
in English.
Okay, okay. How about crash dieting? But
What?
that kind of diet, that kind of diet, like the black coffee and bread and boiled eggs, didn't that make you hungry?
No?
No, it was okay.
At that time I was hungry, and you mean in the past?
Mhm.
Yeah,
In the past.
yeah. I was hungry all the time, and I didn't want to eat that kind of food because I'm I like Korean food, and I
Mhm.
don't like Western food. But bread
Mhm.
and coffee, those things are Western food. So
Mhm.
after I started that diet, I
Mhm.
got sick and tired of eating those food. But
Mhm.
I didn't stop my diet, and then I finally made it. Yeah, I lost weight, but after that, yeah, I regained the
Mm.
weight.
So that was an effective one. How about crash dieting?
What is that? I don't know.
Crash dieting is like you have to lose weight in a short amount of time, so you starve yourself, sort of, not eat
Hmm.
at all, and only have soup or just water or just rabbit food,
Mm.
salads. Have you
Uh,
ever tried that?
no, I told you I tried to eat only apples for 3 days, but
How was that?
yeah, it was I it how can I say it didn't. successful. It wasn't successful.
Very good. It wasn't
Yeah.
successful. Uh, my mother before tried apple, no, cabbage soup diet,
Mm.
and after six diet. After six diet, can't eat after 6 p.m. And cabbage soup. She had cabbage soup for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Hmm. But anyway,
I think
those,
it's
yeah,
terrible.
what? Terrible?
Terrible, yeah. I
Terrible.
think,
Terrible.
yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
Mm,
Have you
cause
ever tried diet?
never.
Yeah, you look slim, so I think you haven't tried any diet.
Never, never, never. Actually, the doctors always, since I was young, doctors always told me that I was underweight and
Oh.
to eat a lot. And I do eat a lot, trust me. You can ask all the teachers here. But
Uh-huh.
I do eat a lot. The problem is my metabolism is very fast,
Uh-huh.
so it's kind of hard for me to gain weight. So
Uh-huh.
people say I'm lucky, but I don't feel lucky because always feel cold.
Ah, cold? If you're
Mhm.
cold, then how your metabolism is too fast?
Because I think it's because I don't have much fat in my body.
Mm. Mm.
So I have no insulation, no extra insulation in my body.
Mm-hmm.
So it's usually like that. But when it's hot, I sweat a lot.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that is one thing I hate. But other than that, no, I've never tried.
But you
But
said
I,
you
mhm,
feel always cold, but when you are
mm,
hot, you sweat a lot?
yeah, and then I
Oh.
feel cold.
Oh, it's really weird.
Yeah, actually it is, but my doctor said it's because I'm too skinny. Mm.
Oh. Oh.
So, but now I like my body these days because I just gave birth. So I'm neither overweight nor underweight.
Oh.
Just the right weight.
Oh.
But yeah, but hopefully I can maintain it. Hopefully. Hopefully, because with my last kid, I well, I had this body for maybe a year, and then I became really skinny again.
Oh. Oh, so
So,
it was your second child?
mm,
Uh-huh.
actually, Ash is my youngest, and uh, yeah, Ash is also breastfeeding from me. So
Oh.
that's also a reason
So
that I
Ash,
don't diet.
Ash is your kid's name?
Ash is my kid's name,
Uh,
and yeah, she breastfeeds, so I'm not allowed to go on any kinds of diets.
uh-huh, yeah, right. And you don't need
hmm
to go on a diet.
Sometimes I feel like I'm too fat because
Too
my old
fat?
clothes. Well, sometimes around the waist
Ah,
because my clothes don't fit me anymore.
mm-hmm, yeah.
But I think that's normal for women to say they
Mm-hmm,
feel fat on a given day.
mm-hmm.
So it's like that. But anyways, our time is almost
Yeah,
up.
right?
But before we go,
Mm-hmm.
is it okay if I give you some feedback? Just
Sure, I
a
like it.
few. Okay, so the first one is for your pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know that you have problems with sushi, so you have to practice that.
Uh-huh.
But the thing that jumped at me the most is adding extra syllables for past tense. For
Mm-hmm.
example, charged.
Mm-hmm.
So the D sound, charged,
Mm-hmm.
no extra syllable at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Please do not add. And there, S sound, you're not opening your mouth too much. There, air, eh, eh, eh.
Eh?
Just those, eh.
When I pronounce the eh, you mean I don't put a lot of air? What do you mean?
No, you don't open your mouth.
Ah, eh. So you mean
Yeah,
apple,
there.
apple that eh.
No, as in
Just the
there,
egg, egg.
egg. Yes, that one.
Okay. Oh.
Apple sounds fine.
Uh-huh.
And of course, a while ago you said that the Chinese herbal medicine, it
Mm-hmm.
lost your appetite. It suppressed your appetite.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
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 Anyways, do you have any questions?
No, you have to go now.
Yes, we still have, yeah, I have to go now. But anyways, thank you very much, my dear, for having class with me, and I hope you have a great holiday today.
You
Okay?
too.
Oh, and please give me time for your feedback. Thank
Okay.
you. Bye.
Okay. Goodbye.